Hi, I'm Alice and I've just finished my third year of media production here at Montfort University. So I thought I would talk to you a little bit about the difference between teaching at university versus teaching at school. So as a bit of background, I did A-levels and GCSEs, so pretty much everything I did before university was exams, and now I do a course that is purely coursework only. I don't do any exams. So that is one of the biggest differences, that your assessments might be completely different. This varies from course to course, but it might be that you're doing something like a presentation you'll be marked on, maybe a report, or maybe even something called a viva, where you sit down with your lecturer with the work you've handed in and you explain why you did certain things or how you did certain things. Another big difference is teaching sessions and contact hours. So at school I was in pretty much all the time, whereas at university I only have 12 contact hours. So I'm only in university lessons for 12 hours a week. So I have 4 modules a year and I will do a 2-hour lab or practical every week and a 1-hour lecture for each one. So instead of being in big classes of like 20 to 30, you might be in a massive lecture hall of like 100 people, and then you might go to a more practical talking session like a seminar or a lab where you will have maybe 20 people in there, maybe more. I think the hardest transition for me was definitely that there are a lot less contact hours. So I didn't have times where I had to be in school and had to be studying. All that free time I had was for me to decide, I need to study here, I'm going to socialise here. Support was a lot different for me at university, because in school they're kind of keeping tabs on you within your lessons and things like that, whereas I had sort of a personal tutor. So you'll have a personal tutor which you can talk about personal things that are going on. So if you have something happening and you might need an extension, you can talk about your personal tutor about it first, and then you go on to talk to the lecturer that might need to give you that extension. They'll also help you with sort of like CVs and jobs things. So if you're looking at maybe doing a master's in your final year, you're looking at what you're going to do next, they'll be there to help you with that sort of thing. There are also loads of different tools that I had at university that I didn't have at school. So at school I would go in and have the computers and all things like that, but when I went home I didn't have things like Word or any software, so I would have to get that myself, whereas when I came to university I got access to the whole like Microsoft suite I needed off campus. They give you that. I was also given access to Adobe Suite and Pro Tools on campus on their computers. It meant that I could do all of my coursework anytime I needed to on campus. And that was because we have a library which is 24/7, so I can go in there any point during the day or night to go in and get any work done I need to do, use the computers, use any software that I might not have at home. I'd never had something like that. Obviously with sixth form you go in when it's open, you can't really just go in whenever you want and do things. Something that I found to be really helpful when I came to DMU that I didn't have before was DMU Replay. So it meant that if I had to miss a lecture because I had a health problem or I needed to go home or something like that, the lecture would be recorded so I could watch it back again. Whereas in school, if you missed your lesson, you missed it. Like, you couldn't really do anything other than email the teacher and ask them what you did in lesson. I hope that the information I gave you was helpful to you to see how university teaching is quite different to teaching at school. Bye!